Hello everyone. Today I've got a story for you. It is calm. It is simple. It is about a young shoemaker who learns to use his mind, not just his hands. By the end of this story, you will see how using your mind sharply and wisely can change your life. So sit back, breathe slowly, let the soft music begin in your head and listen. There was a small town near a river and a line of tall poplar trees. In this town lived Jack, a young shoemaker. He had quick hands, bright eyes, and a small shop that smelled like leather and soap. Jack was famous for speed. He could cut, stitch, and polish a shoe before the tea kettle could whistle twice. But speed was also his weakness. Jack liked shortcuts. He guessed sizes without measuring. He rushed through patterns. He believed that strong hands and fast fingers were enough. One cool morning, an old farmer walked into the shop with a tired smile. "Good day, son," the farmer said. "My feet hurt. Can you make me shoes that fit?" "Of course," Jack said. He looked at the farmer's feet, guessed the size, and started right away. He did not measure. He did not test the fit. The shoes looked beautiful when they were done, shiny, neat, and bright, like fresh chestnuts. The farmer tried them on. He took 2 steps. He winced. "They pinch," he said. "They are too tight." Jack felt heat in his cheeks. "I can fix them later," he said quickly. He took the shoes back, stretched them, and gave them again. The farmer tried them once more. "Now they are loose. They slide off," he said softly. "I cannot walk in these." The old man left with his old sandals and Jack watched the door close. It felt like the door closed on his pride. That evening Jack sat with his grandmother on the small steps outside their home. She was wise and gentle. She had silver hair and warm hands. "Grandmother," Jack said, "I work hard, but today I failed." She looked at him with kind eyes. "Hard work is good," she said, "but a wise mind guides hard work. Use your eyes before your hands. Use your plan before your speed." Jack nodded, but he still felt heavy inside. The next day, the town buzzed with news. The annual spring market would be held in 1 week. The mayor announced a friendly challenge. "Make something useful and well-made," he said in the square. "The best work will win a blue ribbon and a small prize. We want the town to see careful craft, not just quick hands." Jack thought, "This is my chance to prove myself." He decided to make one perfect pair of boots. Strong, comfortable, beautiful for the farmer who had left disappointed. He went to the leather seller, a man named Bader. Bader saw Jack and smiled. "Ah, Jack. Need more leather for another quick job?" Jack shook his head. "No, Bader. I need the best leather you have. I want to make boots that last." Bader's smile changed. It was warmer now. He pulled out a piece of leather that was soft like butter and strong like oak. "This is from the north," Bader said. "It needs care. It needs a slow hand." Jack bought the leather and returned to his shop. For the first time, Jack did not start cutting right away. He remembered his grandmother's words. He took out a pencil and a large sheet of paper. He went to the farmer's house and asked permission to measure his feet. The farmer was surprised, but agreed. Jack spent an hour drawing the shape of the farmer's feet. He measured the arch, the width, the length. He noted where the old calluses were, where the bones pressed against the skin. He listened as the farmer described how his feet felt after a long day in the fields. Back in his shop, Jack looked at his drawing. He saw a story, not just a shape. He saw a life of hard work. He spent the entire day making a pattern from the drawing. He checked it 3 times. The next morning, he laid the precious leather on his workbench. He took a deep breath. His knife moved slowly, carefully, following the lines of his paper pattern. There was no rush. The only sound in the shop was the gentle slice of the blade through the leather. He stitched with the same care. Each hole was punched precisely. Each thread was pulled with just the right tension. He didn't think about speed. He thought about the farmer's feet. He imagined the boots hugging them, supporting them. He molded the leather over a wooden last, shaping the heel and the toe. He let it sit for 2 days to take the perfect form. The day of the market arrived. The town square was filled with music and chatter. Tables were laden with goods, brightly painted pottery, hand-woven blankets, and shiny tools. Jack arrived not with a dozen shoes, but with a single pair of boots. They were not flashy. They were simple, dark, brown, and sturdy. But they had a quiet beauty. The stitches were perfect. The leather glowed with a deep, rich polish. He found the farmer near a vegetable stall. "Sir," Jack said, his voice a little shaky, "I made these for you." The farmer looked at the boots, then at Jack. He sat down on a bench and slowly slipped them on. He stood up. He walked a few steps, then a few more. A slow smile spread across his face. "Son," he said, turning to Jack, "it feels like I am walking on a soft path in the forest." He walked around the square, his steps light and sure. The mayor saw the farmer walking with new energy. He came over and looked at the boots. He ran his hand over the leather. He saw the even stitches, the careful shape. He called Jack over. "Young man," the mayor said, holding up the blue ribbon, "this is not just good work. This is wise work. You have earned this." Jack held the blue ribbon, but his real prize was the look on the farmer's face. He understood then that true skill was not in the speed of his hands, but in the thought behind them. His grandmother was right. A wise mind guides the hands. From that day on, Jack's shop changed. He still worked with his hands, but he started with his mind. He listened to his customers. He measured. He planned. His work took longer, but it was better. People came from other towns, not for a quick pair of shoes, but for shoes that felt like they were made just for them. Because they were. Jack's shop was no longer just a place of leather and soap. It became a place of care, of understanding, and of craft that came from the heart, guided by a sharp and patient mind. He learned that the most important tool a craftsman has is not in his toolbox, but in his head. And that is our story for today. It's a simple reminder that taking the time to plan, and to understand before we act can transform our work and our lives. It's the difference between being fast and being truly good at what we do. I hope this story brought you a moment of peace, a little bit of inspiration. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing for more calm stories. Until next time, take care.